FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
Well, no other country that has health insurance has a public option. They don't need it because they get the same place by regulation. The point of the public option is to force the private insurers by threat of competition to stop doing some of the cruel and wasteful things they do now. But you don't need that if you regulate the insurance companies. So in these other countries, Germany, France, Netherlands, Switzerland, Japan that I mentioned, in the Bismarck model, get this, the insurance companies have to cover everybody. They can't turn you down. I told you they have to pay every claim. They usually have to pay every claim pretty fast. In Switzerland, they have to pay your health insurance claim in 5 days or next month's premium is free. Anybody here have an insurance company like that? In Germany, you can choose any of 220 health insurance companies. If you don't like your company, you can drop it on 60 days' notice, and the new guy can't raise your rates. Nobody in America has that kind of choice. And as I said, the other countries have really strict controls on administrative costs, and they don't allow profit. If you have that set of regulation in the United States, health insurance would work fine. And one thing that's happened, because the health insurance companies are so afraid of a public option, because these great, free enterprise, high efficiency business types are afraid of competing with federal bureaucrats, they have agreed to a lot of regulation already that they would never have accepted before. They haven't gone far enough. They haven't agreed to pay every claim. They won't agree to any limit on their administrative costs. In California, you had a bill 2 years ago, it was called Arnold Care, that said their administrative costs couldn't be higher than 15% of premiums. That is, they had to spend 85% of their premiums on people's medical bills. And the insurance companies said, no, my God, that's socialism, that's unthinkable, and they killed the bill. But that kind of limit would work. So you don't need a public option if you have the kind of regulation of private insurers that we see in other countries.